Yes. Okay, so let me say this. Mwah.
Yes.
Okay.
Here, let me go.
Hey, I am so excited for you this year.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it?
Ice cream, looking got that royalty flag.
Listen,
Like, this is happening.
It's all about the money.
it's definitely happening.
We just put a button in this because we got the prime minister coming.
Now, here's the thing. I mean, I don't know if people know this, but I have been pushing for you to come on the show
what?
for years.
I would say, like, you were like one of the main reasons why I'm probably here.
The crazy thing, okay, so I met you through Portia.
No, you didn't. You love to say that.
Okay.
You met me through Anthony Dent back in the day when I was in Pretty Tony.
Yeah.
You know, but you were writing, and I met you at the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like I met you another time when I was in a group co-ed.
Uh-huh.
You never seem to remember those things.
Because that was like, when? 25 years ago? But we were
She didn't really take me serious until Portia introduced me to her.
No, it wasn't that. It was just this different time in life. You know what I mean? So we were reintroduced. I guess, what was that? What season was that? I don't know. It was so long ago.
I don't know.
It was so long ago.
Season 7 or something like
Portia's
that?
first season because she came to.
Oh, yeah, it was her first season.
her
So
first
what
season.
season
So what
was
was
that? It was season 5. And I remember your first time coming to set. They didn't show all of that on TV.
Right.
But right then and there, I was like, that girl is so hilarious, so funny, so cool. I was like, oh, I like her. She's cool. Like, and then, we hung out like once or twice. And then after that, me and my little group, what they called us, Candy Coated Clique at the time,
gang.
we started just calling you on our own, like, hey girl, we about to go out, come hang out with us. And from there,
y'all adopted me. And
we
we've
was
been
like this.
in love since.
Right. So with that being said, I think this is long overdue
For sure.
that they have you on the show. I used to hate when the people tried to like play you like, oh, she just a sidekick or whatever they was trying to say.
I would like to express the things that have hurt me in our friendship. You're young. Am I boring you?
I was like, it's so much more to her than being a quote unquote sidekick.
I just had an ectopic pregnancy. That was the scariest thing ever.
And now you are the main thing, honey. You are the main.
I have played the underdog when I can outshine the best of them.
Well, I don't know
The
about
main.
the name.
You are the main.
I am a peach holder. and
You
I'm-
are the main.
Aw, Candy, thank you so much. I can't even believe it. Y'all, I'm so excited to do it. Like Candy said, it is a long time coming. I always say, like, your time is not necessarily God's time.
True.
Because back in the day when I was offered a peach and my husband was like, no, I'm not doing it. And it was like, but he got to do it. And it was like, well, I'll never get to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I always will get the comments in my like timeline story, my Instagram. Oh, she's not peach worthy. And even now, y'all, even with the trailer being out, people still say stuff like they got Portia back, so they let her bring a +1. Or, I don't want to harp on the negative, but they do. They say stuff like, oh, she must be filming at Portia's house or in her basement.
Don't do that.
Oh, that's sweet. Portia negotiated her and Shamia a peach at the same time. And I'm like, okay, so it's going to take some time to get out of that shadow.
I don't think it's going to take much time. I think once that people start actually watching the show and getting to know you.
Oh my God, they're so like, oh, does she even have money? Like, she going to have to borrow Portia clothes on her head.
What?
Or I hope she get that Go Naked country. It's the weirdest thing.
Don't do that.
What
And
they
I'm
don't
like,
realize that you can probably got
I'm
more
thinking to
money than
myself-
everybody on the show, and
thinking-
including me from the past shows,
Shut up.
past episodes. honey.
Whatever.
You
But-
you got it. You got it.
She's sweet.
Got it.
I mean, I can't even.
You got it, honey. We won't even go there. But my thing
Just made me
is,
blush. Like,
I wish.
I'm getting all hot in my arms. It's going to be a new light, and it's going to be so different because I played so background and down and chill homegirl.
You're young. Am I boring you?
Silly, joning, joking all the time. Being this new, like, I'm that girl.
All about the money.
You want to party? Let's go. And it don't have to be a twerk. I mean, I can twerk.
Like, wow,
Well, let me say this.
Okay.
Don't feel the pressure of having to be that. Because who you are, the silly, funny, crazy, cool, girl, that's who people are going to love. You know what I mean? So don't try to be I'm that girl, because then
It's
people
so
going to
weird,
start feeling like, you're going to feel that through the camera, like, oh, she trying. You know what I mean? So just be you, because you is more than enough. Okay.
This is why I love her. You always got to keep a person around you that inspires you, and sometimes like believes in you more than you believe in yourself at the moment. So, I love
well,
you.
honey,
Thank you.
You know I believe in you, honey. I believe in you. So I was like, okay, I left, and I'm a Taurus.
Come on,
They
Taurus,
were
sister.
blessed to get another
A
Taurus.
Taurus, hello. Because we're going to keep it a buck every time. What you
Every
see is what you
time.
get. No
Every time.
phony, no fake.
Yes.
Only the real.
Yes.
Even if you can't handle it, we're going to give it to you.
Mhm.
Real and raw.
Real and raw.
And we like it raw. Don't we?
You're crazy. Speaking of friends and friendship, we about to get to the show. Now, I know you can't tell us too much because the season is just about to get started,
Right.
and the people are going to have to tune in to see what's going on.
Absolutely.
But I think we can kind of like talk about things that are just in general.
Okay.
So with that being said, everybody knows that you and Portia were friends
Yeah.
prior to
The show. Yeah.
the show.
Childhood friends, for sure.
Childhood friends. When you decided to do the show,
Mhm.
were you concerned at all of how that would affect your friendship?
Absolutely. Because Housewives has always been like her thing or your thing. Like I've always just popped in as a friend of Kandi or a friend of Portia.
Mhm.
So I had to like almost condition myself to feel like, well, no, it's not just her thing; it's your thing too now.
Mhm.
And that's a hard thing to do because I was naturally like, oh well. Should I say this or should I not say this? Or
Mhm.
how would that make her feel if I did this? Or,
Mhm.
you know, I don't want to say seeking approval, but it was kind of like a nervousness about it. Like
Mhm.
just a little nerve wracking because you don't want it to mess up your friendship. You don't want to cross the line in a sense or
Mhm.
like what's allowed, what's not allowed. So
Mhm.
it took some adjusting.
So in the past, because you've done about like what 3-4 seasons, is that how you felt all those times? Like,
Well, see, and that's the thing I just want to clarify. Like people say you've been on the show before. No, not for real. Because in the past, I've been a friend, which means sometimes I wasn't even mic'd, which means your boys really don't count that much as a friend. I mean, they don't follow your story or your life. So you could read me for filth and it looks like I just laid down and took it. When in actuality, I gave it back to you, but maybe they didn't air it or
Yeah.
it wasn't on camera because I didn't realize you did it until I watched it like the rest of the fans.
Yeah.
And then
And
when
friends don't always
I don't
get
get confessionals.
the confessionals.
I never got confessionals. So it was like when I finally would see it, well, hell, I don't get to react to it because
Mhm.
I'm just a friend and I hope they let me come to the next event so I can get you back. But more than likely, you say, I don't want her there. So
Mhm.
now you can't even come back to get your lick back. So this is a whole new thing. It's
That
definitely
happens a
not-
lot,
yeah,
too,
People
where-
don't understand that.
where
Like,
people who are on the show may say or complain about a person who's a friend of the show, and then all of a sudden you don't see that friend no more, or it happens all the time.
Or just they just don't they don't find the friend interesting enough to bring them to the next event, or they just want to do something with some other people, and then you're like, oh, you had your 2 or 3 little moments during the season, and now you're gone. So I'm excited because now for every read there's a reaction,
and you get to
and
respond.
for every thing that happens, I get to react to it and respond and have a interview or confessional and
Right.
and then
It's
I get
not
to really,
one-sided.
It's not one-sided, and I also get to show that I'm just more than a friend to people. I'm a great friend, but I'm also a person that has a career and a family and all these other amazing things that are happening in my life, and also the not so amazing things. Because I think that's another big part about why I'm excited to be on this show, because every day is not amazing. And I want the world to know that. Like, so when they go through their storm, they can realize, well, you know what? If it can happen to her,
Right.
and she wears this smile, and then surely, like, I can pull through.